What is up, guys? It is Coasters and Things here today, and today's review is on Superman Krypton Coaster, the B&M floorless coaster at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. This is widely considered the best floorless coaster, and after riding it, I can safely say that I agree 100% with that statement. This is hands down the best floorless coaster I've ridden. It has a lot of good things going for it, as you'll find out in this video. So you walk down the left side of the park to get to Superman Krypton Coaster. You actually get down towards Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster, then take a right and walk past Batman the Ride and the Kiddie Coaster to get to the entrance to Superman Krypton Coaster. The queue line for this coaster actually gets right up against the quarry wall, which is really cool. If you wanted to, you could reach out and touch the rocks, you're so close. So you get into the station and step into your train. This coaster actually has 3 trains, but when I was there, they were only running 2, as the third train was in pieces on the other side of the transfer track. You pull down your classic B&M over-the-shoulder restraint, and something with me, I'm a big fan of these hard plastic over-the-shoulder restraints. Yes, they're not as good as lap bars, obviously, but if we're talking about any type of over-the-shoulder restraint, this is about as good as it gets. So the ride ops yell all clear, the floor drops out from beneath you, and you begin your journey by taking a left-hand turn into the lift hill. This lift hill is 168 feet tall, and this lift hill goes up the quarry wall onto the top of it. When you get up to the top, you get a good view of some nearby shopping centers, bank right, and go down into the drop. This drop may not look like much, but trust me, it is way better than it appears on videos. What's good about it is you already had some speed going into it, and you keep building up more and more speed until you hit the bottom of the drop, in which you max out at 70 miles an hour. This is the world's fastest floorless coaster, by the way. After the drop, you go into a massive vertical loop, the first of 6 inversions on this coaster. This loop is huge. It is 145 feet tall, and this loop is also the tallest inversion on any floorless coaster in the world. There's actually a statue with Superman on top of this loop, which is unique. And fun fact, when this coaster originally opened in 2000, this loop was actually the tallest vertical loop in the world. Of course, it no longer holds that title, but that's cool to know that it once did. After the vertical loop, you pop up on top of the quarry wall and go through this little helix. This is one of my favorite moments. It's moments like this, interaction with the surroundings, that make a coaster better in my opinion. If you're on the far right seat, you feel like you can almost reach out and touch the grass. You then come back down off the quarry wall and go way up high into a 0G roll. This 0G roll is pretty good. It was probably my least favorite of all the inversions on the ride. Still, it had some decent whip to it. You then go up into the biggest stunner of the ride in my opinion, the awesome Cobra roll. I loved this Cobra roll. It is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. As we were entering it, I was like, oh no, here we go. But after we exited the Cobra roll, I had a big smile on my face. And unlike some Cobra rolls, which are rattly, this one is very smooth. It transitions from one side to the other very well, and if all Cobra rolls were as smooth as this one, I would love them a lot more. This is undoubtedly my favorite Cobra roll and the most underrated part of the ride. Following that, you go through an S-curve up into the mid-course brake run. And once again, you are right up against the rock work of the quarry wall. The mid-course doesn't really slow you down that badly, so I had no problems with it. And when I rode this back row, I got whipped over the drop off the mid-course. You then go through the final 2 inversions, a pair of interlocking corkscrews. These were probably my favorite inversions on the coaster. As with all interlocking corkscrews, these gave really good forces to them. I like inversions that have more whip to them, and these definitely did. You then pop up into the final brake run, and your ride is over. The ride experience lasts approximately 1 minute and 15 seconds from when you leave the lift hill to when you hit the final brake run. This is a really underrated coaster. After 2 rides, I think this is a very strong B&M, very strong coaster in general. Like I said before, my favorite floorless coaster as of now. And it may have appeared in the POV that this ride was a bit rattly, but I promise you this ride is very smooth. Hardly any rattle, so nothing much to worry about there. For its overall score, Superman Krypton Coaster will receive an 8 out of 10. In my opinion, this is the third best coaster at Fiesta Texas, and the fourth best coaster in San Antonio. For your first ride, I recommend the front row, as you'll get the view and the smoothness the best there, and you should come out feeling that this is a very strong floorless coaster. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and this is Coasters and Things signing out.